It's the middle of the summer, and the great American pastime has several players trending upward. And with trade rumors circulating, one NBA player is seeing a nice bump as well. We've got all that on this week's Top 5 Cards.
My name is Jeff Wilson. By day, I invest in tech companies, and at night, I invest in sports cards. Join me and my team as we help you profit from the hobby we all love.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another week of Top 5 Cards going up. My name is Tyler Nethercott, better known as T-Pott, filling in again for Jeff while he explores beautiful Japan. And today's Top 5 is sponsored by Whatnot. Whatnot has awesome live auctions every day and night, starting at just $1 for packs, boxes, breaks, singles, and more. It's a lot of fun, and if you scan the QR code on your screen or use the special link in our show description below, you'll get $10 in free credit when you sign up for Whatnot. Now let's take a look at the overall sports card market with Market Pulse by Market Movers. Over the last 7 days, the SCI 500 index of 500 of the most prominent sports cards is up 0.8%. Over the last 30 days, the SCI 500 is up 2.9%, and since January 1st, it is up 0.7%. The best performing category of cards over the last 30 days is baseball from 2018 to 2020, which is up 16.9%, and the worst performing category is football from 2000 to 2009, which is down 15.4%. As a reminder, the cards you'll see in today's show have gone up in price recently, but that does not necessarily make them good investments right now. Always do your own research to decide which cards you will think will go up in value next. All right, starting out this week with a cold card like we always do, and this week it is the third baseman for the New York Mets, Brett Beatty. Now, Beatty played really well last year in the minor leagues, and he actually made his debut last year for the Mets and hit a home run in his first at-bat. There's been a lot of hype around him going into this season, but he has just failed to deliver, slashing just .244, .354, and .669. He has just 5 home runs in 65 games with just 20 walks versus 62 strikeouts. And we're going to jump over here and look at some of his prospect cards as well as his rookie card, which came out this year in Series 1 Topps. You can see right away, we're looking at the last 60 days for Beatty, and it was kind of flat on a few of these cards. This Bowman Chrome Auto first shifted down the quickest, and all 3 of these cards over the last 60 days down significantly, anywhere from 51 to 54%. Not great news for Brett Beatty fans and collectors, investors, people who were buying and speculating on him early in the season. It's still young and still early in his career, so he can obviously still turn it around, but the Mets overall, things just have not worked out for them this year so far, and Brett Beatty is our cold card of the week. All right, at number 5 this week of cards going up, it is Joey Votto, the pretty much consensus all-time great first baseman for the red-hot Cincinnati Reds. And after the worst season of his career last year, Votto returned from rotator cuff injury in June and has been playing pretty well. He hit a home run in his first game back, and so far he has 7 home runs in just 17 games, yielding a .649 slugging percentage and a 1.007 OPS. Votto is 40 home runs right now behind Reds' all-time home run leader, Johnny Bench. Votto's 39 right now, so he might still have a little life left in those arms and legs to see if he can catch up to Bench. Now, players like Votto, who spend their entire careers with one team, are becoming more and more rare. He's just a classy and fun guy, true to Canadian style, and several of his cards have been going up in price. Again, we're looking at the last 60 days here for context. You can see his Topps Gold PSA 9. These are always the ones serial numbered to the year which they were issued. This one's just Pop 36 on the PSA 9. That card is up 43% over the last 60 days, having gone from $157 up to $225. We've got his flagship Topps. Really amazing when you look at the pop counts and the print runs and the gem rates and everything on the ultra modern cards. Back in 2008, this card still has a pop under 1,000 for his base paper Topps. This card went from $58 up to $82 most recently as of July 10th. And finally, his PSA 9 of the same card from $15 to $31, nearly doubling in price over that time. This week at number 5, it is Joey Votto. All right, at number 4 this week, it is Matt Olson, the first baseman for the Atlanta Braves. Olson is an Atlanta native who began his career with the Oakland A's before making his way back home to ATL after Freddie Freeman left for the Dodgers. Olson has had an impressive career so far and has the 3rd most home runs in Major League Baseball since his rookie season in 2017, trailing only Nolan Arenado by 2 home runs and Aaron Judge. Now, the Braves have 167 home runs going into this All-Star break. That's 28 more than any other team and the most in MLB history before the All-Star break. Olson obviously is a big part of that. He currently leads the NL with 29 home runs and 72 runs batted in. We've pulled up an assortment of his cards here, some really cool ones. This is his 2017 Topps Chrome Rookie Auto Refractor numbered to $4.99 in a PSA 9, Pop 22. This card's up from $61 to $99, just shy of the century mark on that card. Here's his 2013 Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto in a BGS 9.5, which has gone up 47% from $150 to $220. And finally, his Topps Chrome Sapphire Edition here in a PSA 10 Pop 29. This card is up 26% all over the last 30 days. Really excited to see Olson playing well for the local Braves here, and he's our number 4 card this week. All right, at number 3 this week, it's the face of the Portland Trailblazers franchise for the last decade, Damian Lillard. Dame time. He was never able really to contend for a title in Portland, and now he has officially requested a trade. Despite Portland stating openly that they're still committed to building around him, the team drafted Scoot Henderson with the number 3 pick, and that feels a lot like they might be trying to draft Dame's replacement. There was talk that they were going to trade that pick, and then they didn't do that. They took Scoot, so we'll see what happens. Now, the top trade destinations rumored are the Heat, the Nets, the Sixers, the Celtics, and the Knicks, with the Heat being the preferred destination and landing spot for Dame. In fact, he said he won't play anywhere else other than for Miami, so he's trying to force the issue a little bit. With the Heat coming up short in the finals twice in the last 4 years, behind the duo of Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, many feel like the addition of Lillard would be enough to propel the Heat to winning an NBA championship. So we're going to look at a few of his cards now. Dame doesn't actually have a ton of rookie cards because he was in that transition period back in 2011, 2012 when things were moving over to Panini. Not a lot of print runs and not a lot of sets like you see today. So obviously we've got to look at his flagship 2012 Prism in a PSA 10, Pop 1,145. This card has shot up from $250 to $400. It's a 60% increase in the last 30 days. It's amazing what trade rumors can do to reinvigorate people's interest in a player who seems otherwise stuck in a place where they can't win. This is his 2012 Select, much lower population here at Pop 294 on the PSA 10. This card's up 54%, having recently sold on July 3rd for $276. And finally, a card you don't see every day, one that's not a set we know of in the ultra-modern market. That's 2012 Brilliance, card number 283. This card is up from $46 to $65. Little lower entry price for that card. Still very low population at Pop 189. This week, it's Dame time at number 3. All right, at number 2 this week, it's another local Atlanta guy, Ronald Acuna Jr. After tearing his ACL in 2021 and having a decent comeback season last year, Acuna has finally regained his superstar status in 2023. Halfway through the season, Acuna has the MLB's top-selling jersey, even outselling the red-hot Shohei Otani. Now, jersey sales aren't the only thing that Acuna has led the league in this year. He also got over 3 million votes for this year's All-Star game, outpacing Otani, who received 2.6 million votes. And this year, Acuna leads the National League in runs with 79, stolen bases with 41, and OPS at 990. He also ranks second in the NL in hits with 119, and batting average with 331, and slugging percentage 582. We're going to shift over and look at a couple of his cards here. This is just over the last 14 days, tight time window. People are finally starting to catch on and say, wait a minute, it looks like Acuna is here to stay. He's healthy. He's massively out in front in the NL MVP race in terms of Vegas future odds. And the 2 cards that we're looking at here, his 2017 Bowman Draft Base PSA 10, Pop 1671. This card has gone from $28 to $45 just in the last 2 weeks. That's a 61% increase. And his 2018 Topps Chrome Base PSA 10, huge population, Pop 11,200. This card's still trending nicely, having gone from $89 to $109. That's a 23% increase. Not bad for a 2-week turnaround on price changes. Ronald Acuna Jr., our number 2 pick this week. All right, we've arrived at the number 1 pick this week, but before we do that, as always, this top 5 is brought to you by Market Movers with over 1.8 million cards from both sports and TCG as well as tens of thousands of sealed products. Visit marketmoversapp.com and use promo code TRIAL to get your first 7 days totally free. And with that, it's number one. It's a familiar face. There could be no other this week or probably for the weeks to come, and that's Shohei Otani. It's 2023, the year of Otani, another year of him dominating MLB headlines, and halfway through the season, it feels like he really already has the AL MVP locked up. He just completed one of the single best months in baseball history as the first player ever with 25 extra base hits, 21 walks, and 15 home runs. And that does not include his pitching performances. He leads the AL in home runs with 32, in slugging percentage, OPS, OPS plus, total bases, and offensive WAR. And on the pitching front, he's 7-4 with a 3.32 ERA, a 1.10 WHIP, and has 132 strikeouts. Otani's hype began early in the year, obviously, with the World Baseball Classic victory for Japan, and he has parlayed that into another incredible season that has his cards continuing to rise with seemingly no end in sight. So we're looking at the last 30 days. We've talked about a lot of his cards several times over the last 2 months on this top 5, and here's a few of his others. We've got his Topps Update Rookie Debut. This is an SGC 10, this card up from $52 to $104, something that can be really interesting. PSA tends to lead the pack when it comes to price movements both up and down for players. So when you see PSA cards swooping up, you might see that ratio get a little skewed and some of the other grading companies slightly lagging behind. Always a good opportunity to pick these up in the beautiful tuxedo slab in an SGC 10. That card again at $104, that's up 101% in the last 30 days. Here's one that you don't see as frequently in a PSA 9. This is his 2018 Topps Archives. This is the Topps Coming Attraction design, throwback to 1993, having gone from $26 up to $60. It's a 131% increase on 5 sales. And finally, another one that you don't see all the time, that's his 2018 Bowman's Best Power Producers PSA 9, Pop 61, that card up from $37 to $77. That's a 108% increase. When you go into price movements and market movers, this is pretty much what you see everywhere with Otani cards. 50%, 60%, 100%, 200% increases in his card prices. This guy is a true phenom, and I hope that he's here to stay. So that does it for this week's Top 5. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like. And don't forget to try Market Movers. Head over to sportscardinvestor.com. Click Market Movers in the main menu bar. Until next time, happy investing, keep on collecting, and make sure to have fun.